Should you get a second opinion with your retirement planning? Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, by far. If you're currently working with an advisor, make sure you get a second opinion. If you'd like our team to take a look, feel free to apply to talk to us and we can try to find a time that you can talk to one of our advisors to give you that second opinion. If it's not us, just make sure you go to someone to just make sure they're doing the right thing for you. I'm not just here to say your advisor's bad. They could be doing a great job, but how would it feel to just get a second set of eyes on that and make sure you're making the right decisions? Because you've worked for the last 30, 40 years at this point. Do we really want to just hope that our advisor is doing the right thing for us? Because you may not know, right? How do you know if they're making the right decisions unless you are, specialized in this or really studying it or really knowing what's going on? And so if you're not really sure if they truly are doing that, go get a second look from someone that you can trust to make sure that you're on the right path. And you're going to get two answers. You're going to get simply yes, that you're doing the right thing, and if so, you have all the confidence in the world to know that you're in the best spot. Or two, they could say, hey, here's some gaps that we see here and probably something you need to do better. And you could either say, yep, I'm going to change and work with this advisor, or maybe just go take it back and do it with your current advisor. So just something I'd highly encourage everyone to do. Retirement is not a, do-it-yourself project. It's very cumbersome. There's a lot going on in retirement. There's a lot you could miss, and there's so many ideas and strategies out there. So it just doesn't hurt to pick someone else's brain would be my thoughts for you all there. And this is something we personally joke about at Peak Retirement Planning, but it's very true. You can't get a second opinion from someone who gave you your first, right? And so we would encourage to just see what's out there, as I just mentioned. And what we see is that, a lot of advisors just don't work. They don't do comprehensive retirement planning. So they may tell you do, but you may not have seen any results. And if you haven't seen any results, another financial planner that specializes in that is going to be able to see pretty quickly that, you're not currently doing this right now. Are you okay with that? Is that what you want to do? Or how do you want to proceed moving forward? Do you actually want to take some actions here to be in a better place? Or you just want to keep going status quo and just keep things how they are? Because to get to where you want to go, sometimes you got to do things differently to get there. And things are ever changing, rapidly changing in our environment right now. And so what got us here may not always get us there is something that we have to consider as well. And if your advisor just doesn't talk about comprehensive retirement planning, maybe they don't talk taxes, maybe they just talk about investment planning, hey, don't get upset with them. Just understand that may not be their specialty. And so if you're working with an investment advisor right now, they may be considered that family doctor. Nothing wrong with them. They're probably good investment managers, but you may need someone is more of a retirement-focused advisor, someone who works with people primarily in or near retirement, and someone who specifically works with a specific niche of clients, and someone who understands the more advanced topics outside of just investment management. Yes, you do want investment management. That's extremely important. But what about the other areas, estate planning, tax planning, income planning, all these things that are really important when you reach retirement that may not be as important in the accumulation phase. So you just have to make sure you understand where you sit and, hey, maybe we need someone who's more specialized in this idea. I think of it as me, like if I go to the doctor, I'm not going to do surgery on myself. I'm not going to go to my family doctor and have them do surgery. I'm going to go to a specialist and make sure it's done the right way. And so that's just my advice there of what I would do. And I'll share a client example of someone who actually came and saw us. They actually attended one of our live workshops that we've done in the community. And they were working with one of their friends that they've worked with for it was about 25 years at this point. And they love this person, and rightfully so. They seemed like an awesome advisor and an awesome person. But the problem is she came to our workshop. It was on tax planning, and she simply said, my advisor's never brought this up to me before. And she's like, I really don't want to leave him, though, because him and I are very tight. And we said, hey, look, that's totally fine. Like, we get it. Like, just come in and see us, and we'll just give you the guidance and make sure you can at least try to, make the most impact and maybe take it back to your advisor to help them implement it for you. And when she came in and saw us, she really just realized even more. She's like, I can't. He hasn't brought this up over the last 25 years. He's not going to bring it up. Even if I bring it to him, I'm now giving advice, and I want him to give advice. That's what I'm paying for. And so she actually made a decision. It was a very hard one, but she decided to work with us and leave her current friend. And what she told us was, well, one, if he's not going to be my friend after I leave him, then he's probably not my friend anyways. And then the second thing she said, which really stuck out to me, is she goes, I need to decide if I want to make a decision on relationship or if I want to make a business decision. And for her, knowing that she's worked so hard for what she's accumulated, she thought that I need to make sure I'm making the right business decision here. And if he's still my friend, great. But if not, hey, he may not be my friend anyways. But she felt like it was more important to have a better, more secure retirement than, making sure she's making someone happy, basically, if they're not getting the job done. Now, if he's getting the job done, then it's a different story. She's probably never coming in to see us, and he's probably continuing to serve her ongoing, and everyone's happy, right? But if that's not the case, we need to make sure we dive deeper to see what's really going on there. And I can tell you many other stories of people we've seen where we've been able to give them a second opinion, where when we open up the hood and see what's under there, we can see some really glaring issues. I mean, we've had someone come see us, and they were paying 3% on an investment that they owned. And we told them, and they weren't even aware of that. And the investment it tied it up for a certain amount of time. It just wasn't what they were wanting. And so we were able to show them other options to lower their fees, put them in a better position, and also give them way more service ongoing. And we see a lot of people that come to us where they work with what's called a financial advisor. They call themselves financial advisors, but really they're just an insurance agent. And so an insurance agent is typically just out there to push insurance products and get a commission. And they call themselves financial advisor to make them sound better, so they can get their commission in a lot easier way, right? And so I just very much, everyone's not bad on that area, but just be aware that, are they truly a fiduciary? If it's an insurance salesperson, a lot of those types of people are not fiduciaries. They're not required to act in your best interest. So by just going to a fiduciary to get a second opinion, you're going to truly get what, someone sitting on the same side of the table to show you, hey, here's the right things to look at, or here's what we'd recommend. And then you can make the decision if you trust that opinion, or if you decide you want to just keep doing what you're doing. And that's what's great about this second opinion is, hey, you're in control. This is your retirement. This is your money you've worked hard for. You can tell that person giving you a second opinion, thanks for your time, wish you best of luck. Or you can tell them, let's do this, and I want to make sure I'm in the best position. So if that's you, where you're just thinking, man, this second opinion would probably be very helpful to have, feel free to apply to talk to one of our advisors. We're more than happy to spend an hour of our time with you to make sure you're on the right path. Now, I will say we do have a specific criteria for our clients. Don't let that scare you from scheduling with us, but I just want to be very clear that we're not able to help everyone that we meet with. We have a lot of people reach out through us through this YouTube channel, through our website. We do a lot of workshops in the community. We've wrote a book. And so we get a lot of people that come to us. So we've got to really dial in of who we want to specifically serve. And so we have specific criteria for our clients now that these are the people we can deliver the most value to. And since we have more of a boutique type practice where we deliver a higher level service to not everyone, but a specific crowd, it allows us to better serve our clients. So we're not like most firms who just serve everyone. And because of that, our clients are going to get a better experience is our opinion on that. So at the end of that hour, though, regardless if we feel we could be a good fit to help you or not, we're going to make sure you have the right guidance. Maybe that means now you have a list of things you can go back to your advisor. Maybe that means that you can now do this stuff on your own in a better way than what you were doing it before. Or maybe that means that, we can end up working together, or, whatever, you feel is the best fit there. So just want to put that out there as an option for you and an opportunity. We're here to help and make sure that you're on the right path. We've got many financial planners that are all fully licensed fiduciaries that are here to help. So go ahead and click on that link above or down in our description, and we'd love to talk further.